It's been a while since I used one of my hats. People remember my hats. We have the Pikachu hat, we have the Brexit hat. I feel like, as much as I like the Pikachu hat, the Brexit is more me. Most people know me for my hat. Like, me wearing a hat has always been like my thing. Something people don't really know is I used to wear a hat because I used to have very long hair. And my hair, if you look at my hair, it like kind of bends into my face all the time. So I used to always wear a hat to keep my hair in place. Anyway, despite popular belief, I don't drink very often. I don't. I drink maybe one to three times a month max. Usually it's once a month, and if it's a tough time, maybe two or three times. It depends so much. Uh, However, lately I've been enjoying having a bit of a stogus, a bit of a stogus. It's a bit of a pain in the ass to turn it on, like with a fucking lighter. I like. I've been enjoying this. This I started actually this year. Uh, it was like New Year. I was in the store with my friends, and I saw these cigars. I've been seeing them there every single time when I go to the store. I'm not a smoker. I don't smoke generally. I do something called party smoking, which is like you know when you have friends over, when you drink or something, you have a smoke. You know, if someone offers a cigarette, you take it and you have a smoke. That's what I usually do. And then this New Year, I decided to try a cigar, and I kind of liked it. I'm not gonna lie. The whole point with a cigar is you smoke it. You don't inhale it. You have it in your mouth and you blow it out, and you just enjoy the taste, which is basically how I usually smoke. It's still not healthy. It's not good for you, but doing it once a month is not a big deal, and that's what I've been trying to keep. So it's like once every month, I usually have a little bit of a smoke, and I have a drink. I've been enjoying some Fireball lately. It's been my favorite for the past maybe 2 years, I think. So usually when I get my paycheck, I celebrate with like a Fireball and I have a bit of a good time. However, this video is not really that much about that. As much as I would like to have it about my hobbies or my enjoyments in life, it's not really that much about that. So, for those who don't believe me, people who are very skeptic, because so many people today, in today's day and age, I've noticed, are so incredibly shallow, like, especially in first world countries. Like, everyone who looks at me and my wife, their first thought is, why is she with you? She's gonna leave you. She's gonna cheat. She's gonna do all these things. And I don't think so. I mean, you never know the future. I might be a bit intoxicated right now, and that's fine, but I don't get those vibes from her at all. My oldest ex did cheat on me. She did. And I kind of recognize why she did that. I know why people cheat. I know why people do these things. And my wife, the reason I married her was people don't know that about me. I like psychology. I like getting into people's brains. I like to get people. I like to know people. I've been doing Discord counseling for over 6 years. I've talked to literally, no cap, no cap. I've talked to literally over 3,000 people. I know people. I know how the brain works. I understand it. And I don't get these senses from my wife at all. So when people say things like she's gonna cheat on you and all that, I don't feel that at all. And it's very clear to me that people today project. They project insanely much. There's Almost every single person who says she's gonna cheat on you, or people who say like she's gonna leave you or something like that, they have a bad experience in their life, or they're pulling from the majority. Because there is one thing, such as the majority of people today do one thing specifically. And personally, me, I've been avoiding that every single time. Every single person I know today and have ever known have been outside the standards of majority. Like, my oldest ex was not your typical normal woman. My friends are not your typical normal guys. Got to knew each other during school in a disability class, basically, for people with all kind of problems. So we've been friends for over 15 years, and we're still strong friends today, and we're gonna keep being friends for the rest of our lives. I'm willing to bet on that, because we are people that don't change, and there are people like us that don't change. I am turning 31 in just a few days. It's not very long. I'm gonna turn 31, and in my eyes, I am a person with disabilities. If I live to turn 60, which I hope I do, but if I turn 60, I've lived twice as long as I live now, and that would be, I'd be happy to do that. But I have a strong feeling I'm gonna live to be maybe around 40, 50. But if I live to be 60, and I would be happy to have such a long life. And I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna have my friends by that time too. My voice is giving up already. Like, people can tell that by just listening at me. Like, my voice is giving up. Uh, my health is not good. I don't have good health. I have a trouble talking. I can't stream. Like, if I could, I would make streaming my career. If I could, I would make YouTube my career. But I literally can't, because my voice gives out. Like, I can't. I have a trouble breathing. Uh, it doesn't have to do like this is a problem. People will be like, it's cause you smoke, it's cause you drink. But this was I've been sober for over 10 days now, and I had this problem before I even took a shot of anything like this. It has nothing to do with that. This is a problem I've had for years, and I have periods where I get very depressed. I do, and when I get depressed, I drink. It's not often, but I do. It has nothing to do with my health issues. The doctors have told me it has nothing to do with drinking or smoking. Smoking is not even something I do now. It's something relatively recently. Like, if you look at me past the age of 28, below the age of 28, I've had two cigars in my entire life. Not cigars, cigarettes. Two cigarettes past the age of 28. So I'm not a smoker. It's a relatively new thing. Um, and it's not even common. It's not something I do all the time. Once a month. Anyway, my I'm a person with health issues, and that's something that bothers me. Like, when I see these people who make basically fun of me, I don't mind people making fun of me. It's the idea of making fun of a disabled person. You know, I'm fine. People can say whatever they want about me. People who watch my streams know that. Like, when I stream, people do say and do all crazy shit. That's fine. I don't mind that. The idea that someone can say something about my health to me means that they will do it against someone else. It means they will do it against a cancer patient. They might do it against someone with AIDS, someone with an actual physically life-threatening syndrome. Because my health problems are disabilitating, yes, but they're not killing me. Like, they might shorten my life maybe, but they're not killing me actively. So if you make fun of me, I feel like they're making fun of people that are actually dying. And that's kind of bothering me. That's bothering me. What bothers me are people that have no sense of morality. that use internet as a shield. Like, you can say whatever you want online, and you can. I'm part of that. I've done that myself. I recognize that. I was a big troll when I was a teenager. I get that. I grew out of it, and I hope people that do it today grew out of it. But I get it. I fully get it. And it bothers me that people don't have that empathy. Empathy. How do you say that? My English is not good. It's still not good. But it bothers me that people say those things, and not towards me, but towards the idea. Because I maybe I'm thinking about things differently than I do think about things differently than most people do. Because I have a diagnosed overactive brain, meaning I overanalyze things all the time. But like, if someone says something about my health, I don't see it as they're saying something about me. They're saying about the idea about me. And I don't like that. I don't like people making fun of disabled people. It's fun if you make fun directly about me. If you insult me and my relationship with my wife, that's one thing. But if you make fun of my disability in itself, that's kind of heartless. You kind of lose your soul when you do that. Uh, we live in an age. We live in an age where wrong is right and right is wrong, where all the hopes of people have been twisted. Like, let me tell you a little story. When I think I was like 6 years old, I used to watch a TV show called Tintin. Now, people by what is Tintin? Well, it's this journalist with a little white dog who goes on adventures. And I used to really like that dog. So I used to tell my mom, tell me that I'm like the dog. Call me by the dog's name. And she did that because I was a kid. It was like playing. And she pretended I was the dog, and then that was the pretend. But today, in this day and age, we live in a world where we want the government to acknowledge a 30, 40-year-old person to be called a dog and have their own fucking bathroom towards it. Now, that's a pretty drastic change. We live in a world where right is wrong and wrong is right, which is a biblical, it's a biblical term. And it's kind of frightening in a way. It is kind of frightening. But we live in a world where what is wrong is being celebrated. What was once a mental illness is being celebrated. And where people with common sense are pushed away and the insanity is praised. And I noticed that last stream. Last stream, I did that and I spoke the truth. I said the truth, and there were a bunch of people who weren't happy about it, and that's fine. There's always going to be people who are unhappy about hearing the truth, me included. Sometimes when someone says that you're a burden on society, it hurts me, but it's the truth. I am a burden on society. I have a view on that where society hasn't done much for me, and to me, society has turned its back on me, so I have turned my back on society. But in the grand scheme of things, yes, I did. I am a burden on society, and I don't like hearing that, but I am. And I can acknowledge that. I can acknowledge my problems. I can acknowledge that I do bad things. I can acknowledge that I do mistakes, and that's fine. That's part of being human. We make mistakes. No one is perfect. Everyone who watched this video, every single one of you, can look back and think of a mistake you did. And that's just a part of being human. And we are losing that humanity. We are losing that today. Humanity is disappearing, and humans are more and more like animals. We are basically animals today. And the few of us, like me and my wife, who have a spiritual bond, who believe in a higher power, who have deeper meanings in life than the material, the spirit. We have something spiritual. We are no longer part of the world, and that is fine. It's completely fine because that's how it should be. But it's tough. It is tough. And that's where we are today. That is exactly where we are today. Anyway, for those people who wonder, my voice is giving out so crazy. For those who are wondering, I'm doing fine. My wife is returning in a few days. It's gonna be a bit tough to go there and pick her up, but it is part of it, and I'm looking forward to it. And we are gonna start our new life together. It's gonna be fine. And whatever happens, happens. Whatever doesn't happen, doesn't happen. But that's life. You keep guessing. Every day is a mystery. Every morning you wake up, you don't know what's gonna happen. But you know what? Let's end this up with a bit of a finale. Let's have a big smoke together, everyone. I know some of you are like, I don't smoke. You don't have to smoke. You can just share this moment with me. All right? Yes. Someone subscribe. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm not good at, like, I'm not a good streamer and all that, but someone subscribe. Good for you. Welcome to the stream. Or not stream. This is not a stream, but welcome to the channel. Anyway, hope you all enjoy. And it's a bit of a different video. I don't usually do these deep videos as often as maybe I should. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe that's what I should do. But hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good evening and good day, and I'll see you all in the next one.